second monitor. For $3 Steam, yep. Kid K and Astrid. My goal with any video game, no matter if it's Legion or otherwise, if I can get $10 worth of value out of it, I'm happy. It's $3 on Steam. I'm waiting for a sale. Let's go. But yeah, if I can get $10 worth of enjoyment out of any video game, I'm happy. Excuse me. $1 an hour. Yeah, goddamn. You said 10 hours. Sorry. $1 an hour. You said the thing and it screwed my brain up. Looks alright. I think it looks neat. I'm willing to try it, right? Not going to say it's going to be the best game ever or I'm going to love it, but I'm willing to try anything. At least once. Yes, it is a very cool save. I enjoyed Loop Hero as well. I thought Loop Hero was a pretty good game. Yeah, $1 an hour for an hour of entertainment is a hugely good deal. Ready for the treasure hunt? I missed the free Loop Hero on Epic Games, which kind of made me sad because I acquired it by other means to try it out. My buddy owned it, and I Steam shared with him. And that's just, it's not really reliable when he plays video games as well. But yeah. I remember when it cost $0.25 to play video games. Get off my lawn, old man. Yes, there's definitely a time period where Loop Hero becomes too easy. Right. Hashtag too easy. No, it's just there's definitely a time period where like the game becomes like, kind of too simplistic. Necromancer spam, yeah. Well, like a lot of those types of games where like Slay the Spire, once you understand how to play a specific deck to the point of breaking it, it kind of gets to be boring, but that's also why there's different variations in characters, right? I played probably a good 10-15 hours in Loop Hero when I found it, and I thought that was pretty, you know, if I can get a couple hours out of a game, I'm happy. RNG in Slay the Spire is really the best possible part of Slay the Spire. The card deck building thing is really what makes Slay the Spire so good. Just curiosity, does anybody know anything about the new Blizzard game that got announced? I very briefly saw after stream yesterday that something got announced and then didn't look into it very much, to be honest. I'm kind of bad about doing that. The survival game? The new Microsoft, yes, the new Microsoft game, yes. Is it gonna be like Valheim's type of survival, or what do they mean by survival? Because I guess that makes a difference in my brain. How I process that information. Or Ark, yeah. I just haven't heard anything about it, so I was just curious if you guys have read or seen anything. Crisis 4 got announced? There was a ton of stuff that got like dropped yesterday out of the blue. I was like, where did this come from, right? You know. Watched half of Asmongold's video on it this morning. Never got into the details of it. Okay. Another random question. Like, would you guys want my input on like game announcements and stuff? I guess, I don't know. You guys kind of listen to me rant and rave about games and other things in stream. So I was just curious if that's something that some of you guys would be interested in. I know that's a way to keep pushing out YouTube content. Oh, thank you, Bocce. I'm glad that you would frick me. I mean, I would frick me too. Gotta get my hot takes. I mean, that's just, yeah, I mean, that's just why I was curious. Some people really live for hot take meta. Others, not so much. Creating a new universe with us. Oh, they got a bunch of unannounced survival. Okay, so just literally an unannounced survival game is really all it is. It's a job posting. Gotcha. What do I recommend? Or just like a series Flight recommends. I kind of see what you're saying now. Oh, Lev just gave me a virus. Banned. That's 4 snails. Yeah, those 4 snails actually might be enough to leak me as well, which is even more sad, I think. Microsoft gave him a virus? True. True. Well, and I had a little bit of a discourse on Twitter with someone because Curing, one of the devs for this game, our director, posted a thing about it, and I was like, huh. I wonder if we're going to get old Blizzard or new Blizzard. Quarterly series of upcoming games would be kind of cool. I mean, I can do my best on something like that. 4 snails is 4 more snacks for Angler. True. You're not wrong there, boys. I'm going to place this here because this will kind of cover then. I don't know. I'm trying to get some ideas out there, right? Because I'm trying to expand the content content horizon I'm going into. Because the only way you really ever, you know, break out is to find a niche and expand from it, right? If you're just going to sit and play the same old games every day, you'll never really get very far. At least that's how I view it. So I'm trying to just keep going. Keep moving, keep expanding. What other games you really like? I mean, I actually me and my brother got back into PUBG with a couple of buddies, and that's been fucking really fun lately. I used to play a ton of Apex Legends. Survival game, like indie trash is really kind of my most played genres probably. Pun intended with the fin. But yeah, no, I mean, I honestly play a ton of different variety. A large variety of games, I should say. Like, there's not one genre that I necessarily super hone in on. Mostly because it's kind of whimsical. It's kind of like my interest in music, right? It's like my interest in music. Some days I'm really feeling some good old hard rock. Some days I'm more into indie trash, alternative rock, you know, punk rock. I mean, I play and listen to a bunch of different things. It's the same thing. Like, I play a lot of different games just like I listen to a lot of things. Calhoun, it's because I have steeds. Yeah, it's literally what Quacker said. Misco, if someone saves on you that long, your best bet is to honestly just try and, how should I put this? Your best bet is to honestly just try and do your best to hold the send. If they save for that extended period of a time and you leak less than 50%, you gain, you're gaining a positive, right? Because they're starving themselves for such an extended period of time. You gain some value out of that. That's how I look at it, at least. Usually if they're going to long save on you, I income send pretty heavily, yes. There's the flip side of it, though, where if someone's long saving on you, you can sometimes counter long save on them. So let's say you notice that they are probably looking at going on wave, I don't know, wave 7 or 6, right? And you know that they're pretty weak on 5 and 6. It sometimes makes sense then to send into them on 5 or 6 right before you think they're going to send to try to get a leak out of them. The downside to that, though, is that if they send and if you send and you barely leak them, it gives them more time, right? And so that's the thing. That giving them more time is, in my opinion, the worst offense you can do, which is why I sometimes don't like the whole like undercut scenario, because unless you get a ton of value from your undercut, you're most likely losing the trade. The Galactic Trade Wars will not look kindly upon you in the future. That's my 2 cents. But I think that kind of rings true for me, at least in most of my games. Like this here, I think, and then we'll... I think I gotta upgrade this guy here. Go like this here. I don't love this play. I would have loved to have gotten a gate out, but I just didn't get enough for it. I'm hoping that the 4 Eyes aggro's on all the other small shit. There's nothing I can do. This is a leak no matter what. Oh no, my teammate leaked. I was hoping you'd hold. Ah, yeah, you needed a tank there. If you have a tank, you easy hold there, Pylon. I don't think he's in chat, but that's just me explaining the situation how I see it. We've got sacrifice in this game, so I'll probably sacrifice something. We're going to push another worker, though. We'll probably sacrifice the Zerker, honestly, and then drop a Soul Gate or something like right around here. I think that's probably my best play. Welcome, everybody who's just tuning in. If you have any questions on anything, let me know. Lurkers welcome here, as always. This kind of works out. He's going to allow me to get 150 stacks now. That's 148, 150. Perfect, 150 stack. What should an experienced player try to learn first? I think worker pushing and positioning is super important, and you can do that all. You can do that all in. Man, English is hard. Sorry, I'm just thinking. All versus bots is what I was trying to say there. My brain's just having a minor meltdown because I'm trying to think about what I want to build here. Going into mid-game here. I think I upgrade to... I don't upgrade that. This should be okay, we'll see. Tank head chef is best head chef, dude. If I kill the 4 eyes, I'm happy. I don't know if I do, though. No, I don't. Dang it, 4 eyes is OP. I played that wrong.
Defeat.
This is one of those things. Some games you can't win them all. Astrid was Cartel. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Astrid was Cartel. Okay. MVP. Go. Kid K was redraw. It's hard when you're getting sent by a person who's Cartel and being income sent on decently frequently when you're Castle, right? Because I'm really behind in some of those situations, which makes it difficult to scale. This chocolate dude's his dad's son, otherwise known as Ugly. I mean, do whatever you want. FTQ. Your luck is great. Hey, Pylon's sitting into me now. If the game goes past 10 crazy, Castle is super good. Castle is actually unbelievably broken if it goes past 10. So, I can't say I agree with your idea. I make it to 10 many a times. Butcher Badger? Not feeling it. I think I'll just Zerker with Polly. YOLO has no downside clear. Dude, that fucking roll. Optimistic. Good shit. I'm gonna wait to get down this single Berserker. I'm good. I don't want to do full Sui Badger play.
20 seconds.
Not my style. found castle can be really good. It depends on the game flow. If it's a very income heavy early game, you're fine. If they starve on you, it's really difficult. Okay, so the person sending into me is 5 worker. 17 and 6 with new redraw. That's not a bad amount. How can you tell him how many workers he is? Because I know this start. He's 5 workers. It's a 5 worker start. Only post game it shows it. You can sometimes make assumptions based on how far ahead or behind they are earlier or not. So like in the games where I'm falling behind on the leaderboards, a lot of times you can tell that I'm castle because of that. There's also the flip side of people sending a lot into me, or saving a lot into me right now, and makes it harder for me to scale. Fucking Christ. Okay, I'm gonna go stay 4 workers then because he hasn't sent me. Think Chaos will be nerfed soon down to 5. I honestly think Chaos is pretty dang good. I don't know if it needs to nerf though. Oh, is he 4 worker? If he's Cartel, that's 5 worker, I think. That's Cartel 5 worker, but I'm not sure if not. I think Greed right now is in an awkward place where the other options I think are just better. But it's tough to say. I'm about to get my dick slapped here. Person sending to me is probably going to send me an 80 or so. I think right now things are in a decent spot. Yeah, there's my 80. Bright side is the Fiend goes right, which is helpful in my ability to take down more of the wave. Well, that's also kind of just how the game works. You hit those insane timings with other setups with YOLO or Greed or other things. So it's like, I don't think you should nerf things just because people are getting good roll selections at good timings. Right. I think Greed's fine right now. If you still want to go Greed, Greed's still consistent, right? It's a consistent start. Not saying that you should be playing it necessarily if you're a higher elo player, but I think that's the point though, is it's meant to be a consistent start for new players, right? It's meant to give them something to work off of as a baseline. It's not meant to be something that's grandeur and massive. Well, I mean, you don't necessarily have to speed up the early game. A lot of people are slowing down and doing a lot more starving than they were last season. So I don't think speeding up the early game has happened at all. If anything, I think the game has slowed down. There's more starving. There's more depth to the play, in my opinion, at this current point in time. And that's from somebody who plays basically every single day. Like, you know, I play how many hours a day at this point? Not necessarily. A lot of them are starving with other setups. People starve with a lot of different setups right now. That's a huge leak actually into him. Kind of required too because of how long I've been starved this game. Pylons does like to save a lot. I don't think we're in a situation. that things are too crazy out of control. I did not see that shadow. I will check it out here after this game. Thank you for the drop. Asteroid right now is definitely Cartel. I'd almost put money on it. Or Chaos, one of the two. With this setup, he's most likely Chaos or Cartel. Bocce, I do honestly think that there's not a lot of slow and low starts. Berserker used to allow you to slowly burn down a wave. That doesn't really happen anymore because Zerker does attack so quickly at this time. So it's like some of that slow, low burn that you got with some builds just doesn't exist right now, and I think that's actually a big reason for the game feeling so much quicker. There's not many starts that are really that slow of an attack speed run. At least that's how I kind of view it. Shadow dropped me a thing, though, about the Mastermind option rankings, so we'll take a peek at that here in a bit, guys. After this game, maybe even.
Yes.
You put it in my Discord? Sweet. Yeah, so if anybody in chat's curious, it's currently in my Discord under the Legion shitposting section. It's working on and off, Discord is, right now for me. Downloadable PDF seems fishy to me. Yeah, it's going to be a big ol' virus or a picture of a Frenchman's cock. So, one of the two. Not sure, but you can click on it depending on what you're more interested in. I'll take number 2. I just had to make the joke. Can it be both? I mean, that's up to Shadow for it to be both. That's more of a question for him. Let's go. I got Astria pretty good here, actually. That's kind of a huge leak. I mean, rule number 1 of the internet is trust no one, but rule number 2 is, I don't actually even know. Shadow seems kind of shady. Oh no. Oh no. It's shady wings? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't know about that whole Twitch chat always being the right thing. Okay. I can drop this now. I can pick up this. Do I want to keep Badger in this situation? How do I want to play this? This is to catch the wrap. That's the plan right now, at least. Should push at least 3 off this. I'm positive on redraw, or who's positive on redraw? Trying to understand to make sure I know what the conversation. I don't have anything for Tempest at this point, right? So I could just pick up Windhawk because it's a decent unit and not worry about it. The spreadsheet's very positive on redraw, okay. Interesting. The OLEV, like security and security in general, right? Like you never download any. Like, you should assume everything on the internet is a virus, right? That's like the #1 thing with security. Just in general, like if you trust everything, expect to get a virus. That's just kind of how it works. The Legion TD2 API does give you actually quite a bit of good access to some games and such. The problem is compiling all that data takes a lot of time. Right? That's the hard part with much of this stuff, is like compiling data just takes time. And time is of the essence. Can't expect a Frenchman to do it all himself, right? API is also throttled, correct, so it will take you potentially weeks to download all the games that are currently being playing. We can go like this here and push the remaining 2. I really have to pee. This is a bad time for this, isn't it? Yep, it is. I'm back. Gotta pee. Tachi, if you're not sending often, it will be difficult to keep up, yes. Always. I had a fiend last. Sorry, I don't take 3 hours to take a piss. Milo, welcome back. Shadow, I played Fiesta 6 games in a row almost yesterday. I made it 50k points. Do you not like double butcher for Zerker? No. Zerker is not really that great to double butcher, in my opinion. I don't really have a pulverized candidate at all. He does. Winbot City. I'm gonna venture anyway. risking it. I don't really have much else I can build that I really want to build. I think the risk is worth the potential reward if I can get away with it here. Oh well. That's why I sold the wrap, so that the gate doesn't eat it eventually. The idea, at least. I was getting wrecked on 11 today. 2 long saves. What am I supposed to do? And basically an 8 to 11 is rough. I don't have anything that's particularly good enough there to hold the 340. I could have theoretically, I guess, went another Windhawk upgrade there and probably held, or even just like another bunk, but it's just like, is it really worth it at that point? Not really, in my opinion. I think I want a 14. Optimistic should be pretty solid here. Nice. I tell my guy not to push too much, but I looked down and see that he pushed a ton. Rip. Do that and then go another. Do I want to do a bunk in the split at this point? That might be a decent option. Bunk or two in the split eventually. For the heal setup. I'll leave it up to my teammate. Yeah, I definitely could have gone next. I'm so incredibly over still.
Yes, sir.
You can't be VIP and mod at the same time, just a heads up. It's not allowed. Like, Twitch just doesn't allow that. That's the point. Mine was too strong here. I mean, how much did he get sent? 940? Dear God. I might have been able to leak him if I sent better, but this combo is really tough right now to beat. GG, he thinks? It's a little early there, bud. Go 16, I think, now. Seven? That's actually really rough for me. Love to have gotten that here and here. Like this, I guess. Multiple of these. Halo Tempest 4. I know it's strong, Shadow. I know. Halo Steed is insane. Yes, indeed it is. DPS bonk. Please save me. So incredibly close. We can. Let's save. Too late now. These are what caused this bump to not get aggro. I mean, it's fine. It actually worked out okay in the long run, but I think we... gosh.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is actually huge. I might have to Sui to get mine. I'm being honest. Oh, dude, Lightning Halo would be insane. Shadow. This should be fine. Oh, like this here. Again, I don't think I get through mine, but the whole goal is I weaken them for my guy to get through. My dude's so incredibly strong. Shift, left click. Same thing can be done with workers. I think we still kill him, which is huge. a very close game that didn't need to be. Steed with Halo, man, is so incredibly hard to get through. I mean, he is overvalue, I guess, technically speaking, but like that's still nuts to try to break that. So I'll take it. That was a good game. GG's. Pylon, Astrid, if you guys pop in here, GG's. I'll take it. Take it. Oh, let's cancel shirt here. I'll pull up Shadow's stuff. By the way, we're getting some more people in. Again, if you are interested in playing in the LCS fantasy leagues, for LCS or LEC, jump in. Willing to play for both. No money, free leagues. We're just kind of playing to have fun. So, all right. I can open with PDF on Firefox. Is it just the one page, Shadow? Okay. One page. Just making sure before I walk through it a little bit.